Welcome to another episode of my cooking channel. I haven't done much cooking lately, on the videos anyway. Today just something really simple. Marshmallows, any kind of cereal. This was originally Rice Krispies, but in Japan it's very hard to find Rice Krispies. They have Cocoa Krispies, but they don't have Rice Krispies. And Cocoa Krispies is a little bit too sweet. But I usually use a much healthier and better cereal than this, but this is the only one that was a good price this week, so I bought this one. The other one was on sale and they sold it all out. But I usually use a healthier granola cereal, and I usually crunch a bunch of nuts and throw nuts in there and stuff, but today I'm just going to make it real simple. Any cereal is fine. Marshmallows, about the same amount of marshmallows as the cereal. I'm using a little bit more cereal than marshmallows this time. You could just try it different ways. I'm using just extra virgin olive oil today. Sometimes I use butter, sometimes I use margarine. I always muscle test my body to see what my body wants to use, but my body says it's fine to use what I have, extra virgin olive oil. And people were asking me to do a muscle testing video. I've done a couple muscle testing videos. It didn't come out too well, but I'll just kind of show you. My name is Tim. That's very strong. If I say my name's Paul or my name's Rebecca, I can't even hold my finger up. I can do it like this. My name's Tim. My name's Paul. I've got so used to doing it, my finger just falls. But I usually push on it with the finger here to make sure it's really strong. So, is it okay for me to use extra virgin olive oil? Yes, today is good to use that one. And all these are good. I can even eat some marshmallows. Okay. So, I also sometimes get some chocolate at the end, and I melt it and I pour the chocolate on top and I put it in the refrigerator and get it hard, and I put nuts on top of that and everything. But today I'm going to make it really simple. I might do a video with my more creative way to do it. But first you want to just get any type of cooking pan. These are 100 Men's Shop pans. Very simple. I have many other ones, but this is just the easiest one. Put a little oil in it. If you have butter, just rub butter around with a spoon in there to get a little bit buttered up. I forgot to get my spoon ready. Okay, I usually always butter the spoon too. So, anyway, I'm going to just oil it up a little, the bottom of this, and around the sides and on the spoon. And it's probably best to use a brush or something if you're using oil. But usually I use butter and I just rub it around in there and I let the rest of it fall out in here. Okay, so my spoon is nice and oiled up. My pan's nice and oiled up. Okay, I'm pretty sloppy when I do this, so my wife always gets mad at me cooking. She's not around now, so I can cook. I just throw a little oil in here. If I have butter, maybe I throw a fourth of a cube of butter, whatever. If I'm using 2 bags, usually I use 2 bags of marshmallows and a whole bag of cereal. This one's 800 grams, but this is only half full, so I'm only using 1 thing of marshmallows today. But I, of course, never measure anything, so I just throw a little bit here or there and I try it out. Next time I might make it a little different. So, I'm just throwing the marshmallows in here, turning on the heat. Making sure there's enough oil in there just to make the marshmallows not stick to the pan. So I might just throw a little more. I only have a little bit of oil in the pan, so I might just throw a little oil on top of the marshmallows here, like that. Not that much oil. And you just want to melt it, probably put it on high heat to start melting it. Once these marshmallows get melted, which I did this for a performance, they timed me. I can make this whole thing in 5 minutes exactly. And I did it with nuts and everything, but they were already pre-smashed and everything, so I'm not, usually I'd be smashing the nuts and everything too, but which would take a little longer. But I think with olive oil it's going to take a little longer to melt these marshmallows. This might take longer than 5 minutes. I don't have any butter today, but butter sometimes makes it melt quicker. But I always muscle test what kind of butter I want to use, what kind of everything my body says is good for me. So the marshmallows are not that great for you, but the rest of it, if you have some good healthy cereal and you throw some nuts in there and other things, you can put some spices in if you like spices. Sometimes I put in, from my garden, I put in a rosemary or I forget what other ones I put in there, the names of them. Just to give it a little spiciness. Let me see, I'm muscle testing. My body says nothing on my spice rack, so I have a bunch of spices up there. Okay, so it's almost melted. You can see it's almost completely melted. When it's almost melted, you want to start turning down the flame, almost down to low. Once it's almost completely melted, you're going to turn the flame off completely, and then you're just going to throw whatever cereal in there, nuts you have in there, whatever you want to put in there, seeds. This one's going to be real simple. I think there's not even seeds in this cereal. I didn't get my favorite cereal that has seeds and nuts and stuff. And singing behind us, in this fan pipe, there's baby birds. You can hear them. They keep camping out and making nests in here. So I can't turn on the fan. I unplugged it, because if I turn on the fan, it'll blow them out of there. But they're inside the back of the wall. If I go outside, I can see them, the nest in there. So it's springtime. They're going to hatch soon. Oh, I'm going to pay attention to this. Then I have to clean out the whole nest in there so I can start doing it again. But then next year they'll come back and they'll... I should put a little net there, but anyway. It's a safe place for birds to nest, and I let them have their nest area. Okay, so turn off this. It's almost melted now. See that? It's almost melted. Pretty much done. I turned off the flame. I throw in the cereal. If I have nuts, I throw in the nuts. If I have seeds, I throw in the seeds. This cereal is kind of boring, so it just has a little bit of fruit and granola. Not my favorite one. And some raisins. Raisins and strawberry and apple and other stuff. But that was only because the other one that I like was on sale and sold out. Okay, so you just mix it around. Try to get them... Whoops. And I'm already throwing cereal around. My wife loves when I do that. Whoa. I did a lot more than I should have done. Okay. You can use a bigger pan if you want, but you just start mixing it around. Try not to throw out the cereal out of the pan like I'm doing. Okay, it's one of those crazy mornings where I'm really getting wild, throwing cereal all over the place. My wife's going to freak out on me. I better clean it up really well. Okay, I think my subconscious mind purposely is doing that to make it something for the video. Okay, so anyways, you want to just get this marshmallow mixed up in here as much as you can with all these. Look at that. All the cereal and marshmallow until it's well and... And I'm supposed to use 2 spoons, and one's supposed to be buttered so I can push it down. But, of course, I always forget to plan right. I'm not into planning, and I'm dropping cereal on the floor, too. That's what my wife doesn't like me cooking. And on the counter. Okay. So here we go. Just put it in a pan. Any kind of dish will be okay as long as you oil it or butter it. And this is getting crazy here. I'm making 2 here. I didn't mix the cereal too well. Or maybe I didn't use enough marshmallows so my body said throw out all the extra cereal all over the place. Okay, so like that. Woo! Almost dropped that whole thing on the floor. Okay, so you got it all in there. Now you need an oiled spoon, and I forgot to do that. So... I usually do a wooden spoon, but I only have one wooden spoon right here, and I don't want to do that. And I want to oil this without throwing oil all over the place, so just get a little oil. If butter, I just rub it on the butter a little. Just get it a little oil so you can push it down, and it doesn't stick to the spoon. Okay. Okay, push it down like that, and it's ready. You let it sit a little while to get hard. If you want to do the chocolate on top, then you just use this pan with all the stuff that's in here. I just throw the chocolate bar in there with a little oil or a little milk, or a little soy milk usually. And then I pour the chocolate on top, and then I put it in the refrigerator so the chocolate gets hard. So that's pretty much it. Let it sit for a little while, or you can put it in the refrigerator to make it harden quicker. If it's a little cold, it'll harden quick, and you can just cut it and eat it. That's our marshmallow treats. How simple is that? I didn't time this one, but If I sped it up and I didn't make such a mess and throw everything all around and I planned it a little better with my spoon, I probably could have done it under 5 minutes. So if you want to make a treat in under 5 minutes, that's the easiest one to do. Alright, stay tuned for more cooking. I love you all. Peace out. Please subscribe to the station. And please tell me which videos you like more of. My healing videos, I have a whole section. You can go down there and look, a whole list of healing videos. I have a whole list of cooking videos. I have a whole list of original songs and cover songs. And what else? I think I'm starting to put up a whole new section of living in Japan. Oh, also Buddhism. Writings on Buddhism and readings on Buddhism and other discussions on that. So, tell me what else you'd like. The more I get likes on each thing and the more I get shares and the more I get people commenting on those things, that's what I'll spend more time on. As soon as I put the healing videos, those just took off, so I decided to spend more time on healing, but I want to add in cooking again eventually. Alright, peace out. Love you all.